What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you want to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
It was clear there was nothing normal about Gaia, between this and the gruesome treatment he gave Myeolmile. Hopefully, I reasoned as I watched him sprint forward, I won't have to get involved with him much. We were now 2 hours in, and Bason's party had just found another hidden room.
Bason, there's another chamber in here.
A fellow party member happened upon the latch for the door.
Not another trap, is it?
A doubtful Bason asked. The adventurers had been stymied by a paralysis poison trap I'd laid for them, as well as a treasure chest loaded with sleeping gas. They even got accosted by one of the weaker mimics in the labyrinth, so now they were eyeing every chest with caution.
Hey, Ramirez, which chest was in that chamber? I'd really like them to find something good soon. It makes for bad advertising otherwise, and I'm kinda starting to feel sorry for them.
Seeing them bumble around reminded me of my days of buying 10 loot crates in a mobile game and getting nothing but crap from them. After all this failure, they just seemed pitiful to me. They'd never come back if they completely lost their drive to continue, so I wanted them to land something pretty soon.
No worries there. It's just, that Challengers party is really awful. Not that I'm one to talk, but I didn't expect anyone to be this reckless. But that chamber's got one monster and one silver chest. I don't remember what's inside, but it'll definitely be worth the trouble this time.
Great. Today, at least, I wanted something good to come their way.
Whoa, boss, it's a trap. There's a monster.
Gay. Wanna fall back?
We can't, bossun. He's already locked onto us.
A giant bear? Yeah, no running from that.
Both sides began to size each other up, gauging their first move. I was concerned. Why would the simple presence of a monster spook them so much? No, you didn't see creatures like this on floor 1, and floor 2 had nothing too powerful on it. But this hidden chamber had a silver chest with a fairly decent item inside, so we just placed a monster in there to protect it. Ramirez was right. This hidden room housed the best prize of the entire floor, and the giant bear guarding it was a C-ranked monster. Bason's team was rated B. This would be easy pickings for them, and yet, the sight of that beast scared the pants off Bason and Gomez.
Bossun, I see a treasure chest on the other side.
And it's silver.
It might be a trap, but we gotta do it. Brace yourselves, people.
Let's go.
Now the party of 6 was finally ready to fight, gripping their weapons tightly as they stared the bear down.
I'll distract it. You guys catch it off guard.
Bason, as leader, intended to play the advance guard role. The moment he jumped into the room, he let out a roar, drawing the bear's attention. The two of them faced off.
Whoa, Bason's party has started fighting a monster. Is that a giant bear they're up against? Those enormous claws could easily take your life with one swipe, it said.
Soka's commentary made me realize how wrong I was. Ah yes, this wasn't a game. Bason's party wasn't proving it too well today, but they were professional adventurers, and they didn't like getting hurt. The stakes dictated that one wrong move could end your life, so naturally, they wanted to avoid any combat that didn't suitably reward them. I told everyone that dying in here was perfectly safe, but it looked like that'd take a while to sink in. Maybe I needed to reconsider the pitch I was making with this labyrinth. And then battle began. Bason was up in front, fending off the giant bear's attack. His face was taut. He had gone with a set of hard leather armor today, which left his arms and sides undefended. No wonder even a lower-level foe was making him sweat. The swipes from his axe were heavy and punishing, no doubt, but they didn't offer good defense against a clawed foe. Instead, he was deftly using his circular shield to push the giant bear's arms away. Meanwhile, his companions were offering him support, focused on staying safe as they aimed for the enemy's eyes and footing with their barrage of attacks. It was Gomez the sorcerer who struck the final blow, however, with a Winketer attack that hit home.
And the curtain has closed on their battle with the giant bear. That was quite a battle, wasn't it?
That it was. Truly a textbook approach, not going in too far at any time. These are true veterans of the craft at work.
I listened to Soka and Myeolmile's banter as I thought over the fight. The party had worked well together. They'd wrapped up that battle successfully in around 5 minutes, with nobody hurt on their side. To me, though, this was a serious problem. My head started to hurt again.
Guys, this was a fight they would have dominated from the start. Why were they being so damn careful with it?
Yes, I'm a tad surprised as well, but that's the normal approach, isn't it?
I guess so. I was worried when I saw they weren't drawing a map, but I guess their approach to this is just too far removed from what we pictured.
Right. It might take some people 3 days or so just to wrap up floor 1.
In which case, maybe we better start thinking about supplying food or something.
Man, I sure wasn't expecting our plans to go awry like this. Bison's party had adventurers of assorted ranks, but as a team, they were equivalent to a B. With the right equipment, I figured Bison and Gomez could both merit a B by themselves. The sight of a party of 6 experiencing so much trouble on floor 2 was beyond unexpected. They were the clear victors of that battle, but 5 minutes? That was too long. Yeah, their emphasis on safety was probably the mark of professionals. But maybe they should focus more on healing injuries with potions and learning how to fight a little more efficiently. As I fretted about this, the party approached the treasure chest.
Looks like there's a treasure chest in the room. And that color's silver, isn't it? What could we find inside?
Soka's build-up filled the audience chamber with tension. Other parties had opened many chests by now, but it seemed like the crowd couldn't get enough of that moment when the chest swung open. One of Bison's party members popped open the top. Eesh, at least try to be on the lookout for traps, guys. There weren't any on silver chests, but they wouldn't know that. They already had a dose of paralysis poison earlier, along with sleeping gas before that. Now the party was taking turns picking someone to open chests, like it was a kind of punishment. It was so low level, it scared me to look at them. For someone like me, used to the unwritten rules of video games, it was complete amateur hour. People here might not be used to uncovering chests in the middle of huge mazes, but was that why they were being so thoughtless about opening them? Along those lines, Ellen's party was looking far more sensible. They had Guido with them, so up to now, they had managed to raid the chests without getting caught in any traps. Not having a thief-type specialist in his party might be a problem for Bison. Hunter-type adventurers who made most of their coin from bodyguard work might not be used to situations like this. It'd be best for them to bring on a dedicated explorer or just expand the size of their party. But, hang on, maybe the labyrinth really was more difficult than we pictured. I thought Bison's crew was just kind of low-level, but with nobody here well-versed in this kind of dungeon hacking, perhaps things were just going to go slow at first. We'd need to reconsider that later.
Bossun, it's a sword.
Nice. They'd finally drawn a winner, a big winner. Top prizes for these chests included high-grade potions, ancient gold coins, quality armor, and so on. Starting on floor 2, you also had a tiny chance at uncovering a rare level item, and that was exactly the kind of sword Bison's team had just found.
Oh, actually, Master Veldora said that he adjusted the chests from floor 2 down to give out more jackpots like that.
Did he? But this party didn't find anything good until now.
Veldora saw the problem and addressed it, but with a party this unlucky, it still didn't help. If he hadn't fudged the stats a little, Bison would have been finding nothing all day. Drawing a rare item was certainly quite a comeback. It meant good PR for us, and I bet it'd drive Bison's party to try their luck some more. Thinking about it that way, I had to admit, Veldora did a good job.
That was a smart decision on Veldora's part, though. People need to have some positive experiences in here, or else it'll affect our future strategy.
I'd have to thank him later. Bison's party, meanwhile, was passing the sword around to one another, staring at it and whistling their astonishment. Seemed they liked it.
Okay, guys.
Bison said as he put his axe away and switched to the sword.
Let's keep this up.
The next chamber had 3 lesser bats flitting around, but Bison managed to swipe them all down with one hit. The blade must have helped, because they were starting to move faster. One of Kurobi's apprentices had crafted that sword, which just barely qualified for rare status, but to Bison, it must have been a legendary piece. The same was true for Gaia. I heard that even a ranked pros had difficulty acquiring a full set of rare equipment. If so, no wonder Bison was so excited. The party was now proceeding more quickly, making up for lost time and accumulating a large number of magic crystals from the monsters they slew.
This is nice. We're definitely coming out ahead. I think we'll earn a lot more than I thought before the day's through.
Yeah, I definitely want to pay another visit here once it's fully open.
Now the party was all smiles as they ventured farther into the dungeon. I turned my attention to Ellen's group. Since they were on floor 1, they'd have trouble finding any rare items. They were being very cautious as they proceeded, too much so, really, but the approach paid off with all the chests they got to raid. Now, though, they were suddenly switching tactics.
Are we about ready? You're really going to do this?
Do I get a voice in this?
Here we go. Time to hook some big fish.
Completely ignoring Kabul, Ellen began to head for the lower levels. They had just under an hour to go, and I guess they chose this moment to go for broke. It looked like they'd focused on floor 1 so much up to now because they were trying to gather as many potions as they could. Now it was time to make use of Ramirez's info and attempt to get all the way down to floor 10.
It looks like Cable's party is on the move. They've been thorough in their work so far, proceeding bit by bit, but now they're making a beeline for deeper floors.
Are they looking for treasure chests with larger payoffs? But it'll be hard to discover chests out of sheer luck.
But it looks like you can find rare items from silver chests, like Bassan's party did earlier, right?
Right, but it's not something you can aim for, really. Sir Gaia has opened something like 20 silver chests so far, but he still hasn't scored any rares.
So they'll need to look for gold chests to be guaranteed rare items?
That's correct, but they'll only find gold chests in the designated boss monster chambers, mostly.
Mostly? Are they anywhere else?
Well, actually, there are other powerful creatures in the labyrinth that you may run into at random. These are called area bosses, and the rooms they guard could contain golden chests.
Soka's and Mjolmile's guidance convinced me of what Ellen was after.
Hey, Ramirez?
Yeah?
Did you leak out the locations of the area bosses as well?
Well, I think such a thing might have been included, yes.
Oh lord, but, hey, let's stay optimistic. These area bosses, something I included mainly for fun, could also be good PR for us, and I knew I laid one out in floor 4. Its position changes whenever it's defeated, but those guys should still be where I left them. Essentially, this floor housed a small monster lair inhabited by several giant bats, each ranked C+. If you weren't aware of them, you'd have to face a torrent of monsters all at once, but if Ellen's party saw them coming, I suppose they could prepare for it well enough.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel.
I'm sorry guys. Just I have this voice problem again, so let me use a computer voice to do the shoutouts for me for the time being. Once I get my normal voice recovered, it will be back again right away. Thank you for your understanding. Shout out to Soma Nizan, Light Gaming, Canaria MLBB, Rimuru, Centasaurus, Rahul Subramanian, CJ Pabra, Wubbalubadubdub, Nightgazer, and last but not the least, shout out to Akira Tempest. I'll see you guys in the next video.